Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Heart Full of Hallmark. We are so excited to have Alexa joining us today. Thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We are here for a little bit of a different movie. This isn't Hallmark or GAC. This is a bit of a darker film, but there's still some family aspects to it, so this counts.
Yes, I agree.
We're here to talk about your brand new Lifetime movie called Before Your Father Finds Us, premiering on Lifetime this Saturday, July 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, first, tell us what this film is about.
Yes.
And what can we expect from this film?
So Before Your Father Finds Us is about a mom who is in witness protection program with her daughter. She is hiding from her past life of, she used to be in the military. She was like a special ops with her ex-husband who ended up being dirty. She didn't realize that, and she turned him in, so he's in prison, and she's just hiding from all the people that were involved within this program. And one day, she opens the door, and he is at her doorstep, and she realizes, I'm not safe. The fact that he found me in witness protection program, he has friends, so it's now her job to figure out how to get her and her daughter hidden and in a safe place that no one will ever find them. And it is a thriller. It is out there, but what I really love about it, there are a lot of faith elements to it. Mm-hmm. While it's not a faith-based movie, this is a woman who clearly believes in God and really relies on her faith to get through harder times. So we just get to see a very real story of a mom just kind of going through all of this stuff, all while, turning to God for help through it.
Yeah, we love this film. We got to watch it in advance.
Oh, did you get to see it?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Yes.
You guys, I haven't even seen it yet.
You haven't? Oh my gosh, no, you were incredible in it. And the suspense, the twists, it was amazing.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. I can't wait to watch it.
And oh my goodness, Jason Bourque is one of the nicest human beings ever.
I know. It's crazy. So, did you guys interview Jason?
We have, and we're going to talk to him again on Saturday.
Oh, he is the sweetest. I really, it's always interesting when you're working with a director for the first time because he only knows like a little bit about me. I just know a little bit about him. So really the first day is the first time you're really getting to know each other. Like, how do you operate or how do you like to do your lines? Like, so it's such a collaboration on these movies and you don't have a lot of time to film them. So there's so much trust involved. Like, I have to fully trust that he has my best interest and that I have his best interest. And it's just this, like, we don't know each other, but we both have each other's back as much as we can. And he was just so wonderful and he cares. And he's like, look, I know this is a Lifetime movie. And sometimes it can be easy to fall in the routine of like, Lifetime movie, we're going to do this, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, I don't want to do that. I really want to just make a really good movie. And I'm like, great. Let's just up it with every movie that we do. Yeah. And I was really happy with the way everything went on set. It was just really cool. And I love being able to see Lifetime go there with all of their newer projects. It's really exciting. And I think it's going to put them in a whole new category, which is really cool.
Yeah, it was so good.
We are so excited. So let's get into these 6 questions and we'll dive a little bit deeper.
Great.
So what drew you to the role in Before Father Finds Us, and how did you prepare for such an emotionally intense character?
Okay, that's a great question. So I, in the past, used to do, I would say more dramas than anything, or more action-packed stuff, And then after I had kids, I had the opportunity to work with Hallmark, which was really wonderful as a first-time mom. And, with the normal schedules, it's very, very busy, but Hallmark was very lax for families. And we were there for many years. And the same thing, Great American Family was really good to us with family. And But after you do so many rom-coms, which they're so fun, they're really
Yeah.
cute and it's light and it's exciting, I really missed kind of something a little grittier, something,
Mhm.
just that you'd have to actually really work on. I feel like if you gave me a rom-com to do right now, I could just barely even look at it and go, okay, I can do it. Here we go. And then just go shoot it. With something like this, it does take more time. You have to, I just feel like there's more involved with this kind of character and with this kind of story. And while I thrive on it, it just
Mhm.
requires a little more work. And I really wanted to push myself a little more. And I hadn't done it in years. So it was really exciting to step back into more
Yeah.
action-packed scenes and
Mhm.
scenes that, were just a little grittier.
Yeah. I love seeing you take on that role and like really dig deep into your character.
Thank you. Honestly, the hardest part for me was actually playing a mom, and I'm not a mom of
Mhm.
like a young child, like a
Yeah.
mom of a girl who almost looks like my sister because she was a young mom. So I feel like I was really trying to grapple with that and then also understand, like, okay, well, she's been a single mom for so long. So there
Mhm.
has to be not just a mom dynamic, but probably even like a little bit every now and then of like she's protective, but she's a single mom. So there are areas where she is going to fall short because she
Yeah.
doesn't have somebody to bounce things off of. So really just trying to round out her character as much as I could.
So, leaning into my question, being a mom, what was it like with this character? Do you feel more in tune with her being a mom, her wants, her needs, with her child at all cost? How did that work with you?
Yeah, I mean, look, as a mom, you go into like superwoman mode when you have kids. Like you just can't help it. There's just this like haven't you guys seen like weird videos of moms like lifting cars? They get like
Yes.
supernatural strength when they need
Uh-huh.
so something sort of happens to you when you become a mom that like this secret strength is unlocked and it's across the board on all things. And
Mhm.
whether it's like lifting heavy stuff or emotionally like being able to be there when maybe you couldn't do that before you had kids, like it's just wild what gets unlocked. So with this character, being a mom was incredibly helpful. I think if I wasn't a mom, I wouldn't understand what those things were. I mean, you could study it as much as you want, you can try your best, but actually being a mom is incredibly helpful. I think
Mhm.
the area that was a little harder for me is I don't have teen kids. My kids are still very little, so this is not an area that I've had to go through where, um, really letting your teen daughter down on how you've
Yeah.
done things because and I hope I don't ever have to get to that place where my kids are like, you really let me down, mom. But I think with this particular role, yes, having my kids was super helpful, but I just kept really leaning into my own mother. My mom was a single
Mhm.
mom for a very long time and very protective of us. I also have not a lot of people know this, but my background with my father, who I'm close with now, but growing up, I didn't know. He was undercover for years. So we actually kind of had to not go into hiding, but like I didn't talk to him for years because it was actually very, very dangerous because of the people that he was associated with because he worked for the government. So
Mhm.
it was actually very similar in some ways to my own life story. So I was able to kind of play on that.
And did you do any research or like preparation to prepare for more of like those suspenseful scenes, learn more about like the witness protection program?
Yes. That was a big one for me, and this is a great
Mhm.
question. I didn't realize. I think when we think of witness protection program,
Mhm.
I don't know why we automatically think of like, oh, it's cool, you get a whole new life and all this stuff, but like it's awful. And not to like dog the witness protection program, but really think about what these families are going through. They're obviously
Mhm.
going through something very traumatic and scary and dangerous to even be put into this program. So then you're
Yes.
ripped from all the things that you know and love and could like your identity, like literally
Mhm.
identity just gets shifted. You become a new person, you move to a new neighborhood where you know no one knows you. You literally start totally fresh and new. And you're just supposed to be happy about it, essentially. Like you're supposed to be, okay, now I'm safe and like everything is better, and it's not. That's not how
Yeah.
it works. There's always this lingering, like, is somebody going to find me? Is
Mhm.
there, do they have more friends in all these places where they could figure out my new identity? What do these new people think of me? What do I even tell them? Like, I can't imagine
Yeah.
what kids go through because
I
they have to
know.
keep everything a secret. And it's like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
these poor children, these poor moms who are, you know, like probably heartbroken,
Mhm.
ripping their kids out of their
Yeah.
safety net of like, these are your friends, this is your
Mhm.
family, and having to just totally change everything. So I I learned a lot about witness protection program, and just like how hard it is on families, how, you know, even though they're doing well, like there's also still a lot of improvement that needs to be done with witness
Mhm.
protection program. And it was just heartbreaking. So it gave me a lot more insight to what the characters were going through by researching that.
Yeah, and you could really feel that, like, in the scenes of the movies,
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, with such a dark story, how do you just make the mood light and fluffy off the camera?
Well, I think we're all really goofy at heart. Jada, who played my daughter, is the cutest thing. And we would play a game called Dutch Blitz in between scenes. So she would have it set up, and the second, and we're both very competitive. I'm actually not very competitive. She got me competitive in this particular game. So the second, like, they would yell cut, and we'd have like 10 minutes. I'm like, let's go finish that game so I can beat you. So we would go back and play Dutch Blitz together. But really, I think for me, I've never been the type of person that needed like some sort of method, because I
Mhm.
feel like if I stay in it, it's very draining. Also, this is not me dogging method actors. I just feel like if you're an actor, you're supposed to act. You're supposed to turn it on and turn it off. And if you have a hard time staying in the character, then like leave set so you're not like being intrusive on everybody else, because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, we all we we all love the craft, we all think it's exciting and fun, but this is still a job for everybody. So I
Mhm.
never want to make it heavy. Even when heavy scenes are there, I'm like, that sucks so much for the rest of the crew to then be
Yeah.
stuck in heaviness all day long. It's not good for my heart to be in that all day
Mhm.
long. So for me, I really do need to turn it on and off. So when he yells cut, it's off, and I'm able to really just enjoy, have fun, and then I take a moment before we go again, and then we're right back in it.
And our final question, there was one more, but we spoke
Kind of
about
covered
him.
it.
Yeah, we did with
Oh,
Jason.
Jason is the sweetest person in the world. We love Jason to death. We've spoken to him, what, 4 or 5 times now? He's
Yeah,
the
it's been a
sweetest
couple
guy on earth.
times.
Oh my gosh. He's a very
Mhm.
busy man, you guys. That's why he does so
Yeah.
many movies.
He's never done working. He always works, and he's always doing something. So we're incredibly lucky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get on Jason's level, okay?
Be honest with you, I don't think that's possible. He is
I
more
know.
than
He is
24/7.
literally, he's gonna be, he should have been called Jason Bourne. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he just does it all.
And the final question for the movie is, what do you think audiences will take away from this film, and is there a specific message you hope that they leave with?
Ooh, really, really good. The first thing that
Mhm.
pops into my mind is the importance of community,
Mhm.
especially after like all the things we've gone through in the last few years. I feel like it's been very easy for people to, um, I don't know, just kind of hermit in a little bit
Yeah.
more. And this is my like wake up call for everybody who's like more of a hermit. We were not meant to do life alone. We were meant to do this with a community. We were meant to have the
Mhm.
support and help of friends and family. And when you try to do it completely on your own, I'm not saying you can't. I think you will get very far, but you can only go so far alone.
Yeah.
And and yeah, I just think God's design was for us to be with people and to unify and to help one another and to lift each other up. And it goes back to that iron sharpening iron. And I just
Yeah.
think of my character, like, had she had someone earlier on working with her to protect them, I think she would have been much safer.
Yeah.
So basically, the importance of community. Community is key.
Mhm.
We do have 4 fun questions, very quick.
That
Kirsten?
was me at some of the Big Time Rush events and
No,
concerts.
wait, have I met you before?
Yeah, so I was at the first picture, like on the left,
I was
was
gonna
at
say, you look
Hershey.
so familiar.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh. How epic. Well, the show this year is absolutely insane, and
Yeah.
it's totally nostalgic throwback. So if you haven't
Uh-huh.
seen it yet, I highly recommend it.
I know that the Hershey Park show is coming up, so I think I want to get tickets to go to that
Yes!
one.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have to see. I'll have to go look and see if I
Yeah.
have any extra, but it's really fun. Really
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
And now let's go into the fun questions. So we know that God is very important. He's the most important thing in my life. He is the being. So I want to ask you, what's your favorite worship song right now on your playlist?
Ooh. Okay, it is not gonna be. I don't know that it's necessarily even a worship song. I have two. Okay. One I just work out to nonstop because it's really good. But it's definitely a little gritty. And it's Halvey and Lecrae Walk. And I really like it because there's one lyric that says, it says, Christ moves me where it's gritty. And I like that word gritty because we're not supposed to just be on this easy walk. He's putting us where we are needed. And oftentimes it's like in the firing zone. Like it's really hard. It's not easy. And I like that song because it's such a good motivator, especially when things are hard or when you're up against whether it's people or a situation that isn't easy. That song is just such a good, like, almost like it's like a fight anthem for Christians. So I really like that one. There are a handful of Brandon Lake songs that are just insanely like incredible. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know this because it's so good. But after I lost my daughter Indy, this song was on repeat over and over and over again. I don't think it's Gratitude, but Gratitude is fantastic. Now I can't find it. Oh, this is making me so mad because it was such a powerful song. I'll have to find it and let you guys know. But it's a Brandon Lake song, and it's basically about don't give up on me. I think that's the name. Don't give up on me. And it's basically like he's almost portraying God singing to his child, like one of us who is going through it, and God just being like, don't give up on me. Like, I'm going to help you through this. I'm going to get you through this season. And it was just so, it makes me like, it brings tears to my eyes now because it's so powerful, and it just hits you to your core of like really understand as a parent, like God as a father, reaching out to his kids, and it's really beautiful.
What is your favorite Bible verse?
Oh, I think so. It used to be in Corinthians where in a race, all runners run, but only one gets a prize. So run in such a way as to get the prize. Just because that meant living life for the kingdom completely. And it still is one of my favorite verses. But after you lose somebody, life just changes and things you see verses in a totally different way. And now I would say my favorite verse is consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because God really showed up in that trial for us. God was like right there. So we got to experience God in a whole new way. And while it was like the hardest thing I could have ever walked through, losing your kid, like it's the worst thing. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And yet it was also one of my highest, greatest moments with God because I felt so close to him. I felt like I was in heaven for a week where I was in like deep pain, but deeply loved. And it makes no sense that those two could go hand in hand, where I was in almost like this heavenly space with God, where I don't know how else I would have gotten through it other than him carrying me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that verse took on a whole new meaning, because I was like, how could you ever consider going through something so miserable and so horrible, joyful? And then not until you go through it and you feel God's love carry you through it, you're like, now I know why it's joyful. It's painful, but I know why it's joyful, because he literally carried me through it. So that verse is probably the most powerful verse for us as a family.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry for your loss. I was like praying for you the whole time through
Thank
it.
you guys. No, honestly, we felt every prayer. We know that the reason why we were so sustained was we had people we didn't even know praying for us and lifting us up and giving us, like, literally going to war for us, essentially. And we felt that.
2 quick questions and then we're done.
And really quick, before I ask this question, I have a really short, funny story about Carlos, actually.
No way.
This was a different event. I was probably like 10 or 11 years old, and they were still like doing the show at the time. And they came to the Pocono Mountains to Camel Beach, like the outdoor water park resort.
No way.
Yeah. And you could win to like go on one of the slides with them. So they pick some people, but I didn't get picked for it, but they let people wait at the bottom to like meet them and do high fives.
No way.
So
were you a high fiver?
I tried. I waited hours and I was like inches away from high-fiving James. But the funniest part of all was right after they like escorted them with the security, my mom and brother were over in like the kids area, and they all went over there, and Carlos picked up my brother and hugged him, and then they like patted him on the head. He was like 4 or 5.
No way. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So you're literally like, great, I waited hours and my
Yeah.
brother does not even, he doesn't even care. Got the most love.
I know. I had to tell you that before we finished.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. The odds of that. Well, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, but
that was really cool.
So speaking of music, and I love the music and get him back for Christmas, would you ever consider releasing like a Lex and Los Christmas album or doing a one night only show?
Oh my gosh. You know, I love singing. I love performing. You know, as a kid, I used to do that kind of stuff all the time. And then as I got older, I just became so self-aware and like, this is just a straight up honest answer. I became so self-aware and so scared of it that I like silenced myself. And instead of speaking life into singing, I just kept telling people I can't sing until one day that was true. I like would try to sing and I'm like, oh no, now I can't sing. And it was like a very startling, eye-opening thing for me, because it's always something I've really secretly enjoyed and always wanted to do, but I thought it was me being humble, and instead I like used my words for death, essentially, like over a gift that I felt like God did give me a long time ago. So I've just been trying to be a little more mindful of my words, and you know, words are life and death, the power's in the tongue. And so I've just been trying to speak life over a little bit more confidence and a little more over my voice, even though right now I'm having all my allergies. But I love it. And being able to play that role, you know, when we first were coming up with the story, we were going back and forth over and over and over again, whether or not Bella Harlan should have been the pop star, or if Carlos's role was going to be the pop star and Bella was going to be like this singer-songwriter that he comes back to, where she's like mainly a writer, because then I wouldn't have to sing. And I remember having a conversation with Carlos, he was like, I think it should be the guy. And I was like, I really want to do it. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I want to show that I can do this. And I want to show myself that I can do this. And he was kind of like, and he hadn't really heard me sing. Like, he was kind of like, are you sure? Like, this is a lot. Like, I have to do. Not that he was like skeptical of me, but it was definitely one of those moments where I'm like, no, Carlos, I have to do this. And it literally wasn't it wasn't until the day that we had to record the music that he's like, okay, now listen, like, whatever you can't hit, it's fine. Like, if we have to get somebody else to come in here, like, don't worry, whatever. And I'm like, okay, great. And then I just started singing, and it was Carlos and Alex from Angels and Kings. They both did all the music for the whole movie, and they were like, "Oh, you can hit that?" I was like, "Yeah, I can hit that," and it was really cool because Carlos had never seen that side of me, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think because he's a singer and he's my husband, like I'm the most embarrassed to sing in front of him. I would much rather sing in front of a crowd of 1,000 strangers than to him because I'm like, just don't judge me. but it ended up being great, and I loved it. And then of course it's like now I'm like, okay, how do I become a pop star? Because this is the coolest thing ever.
And our final question is this.
Oh, I love the Lex and Los vlogs.
Oh, you're awesome.
What inspired you to do them, and do we have any more coming out soon?
That was all Carlos. Carlos is amazing. He's a jack of all trades. He can do everything, and he's good at everything: editing, directing, producing, creating fun vlog content. But I think because he's so good at everything, so much falls on him. So the reason why we don't have more vlogs right now is because everything falls on him. I don't know how to edit. I should just start picking up a camera and doing it. So that's why I need to be a much better teammate for him. It's just like, okay, babe, we're going to vlog again and I'll help you out. But I really do feel like it's just kind of been through seasons. There were seasons where it really made sense for our lives to be vlogging. It was really fun. And I do feel like it was impactful in a really positive way. But then also it was a lot on our family to be doing that, like especially when we were doing the daily vlogs. The vlogs where we weren't doing them daily were much easier and not as hard on Carlos. But I think right now Carlos is like, well, we have so much to catch up on that I would want to do a solid recap. So I think for him, his goal is maybe a big solid recap before we ever pick up vlogs again. So I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if that's anytime soon or if it's like in the future. But I do think one day we'll do it again. But it just has to make sense and in the right.
Well, thank you so much. We love you so much, Lex. We love you. You ease our nerves so well. We are not nervous at all anymore.
Guys had nothing to be nervous about.
But we get this way every single time, but this time we're like, it's Alexa PenaVega. Don't act stupid.
It's literally just me. So you're good.
And thank you. Would you ever want to come back on it one more time?
Of course. This is so easy. You guys are fun. 100%.
Amazing. All right, guys. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, keep your heart full of Hallmark.